Have you ever witnessed a moment so shocking it made you question everything about power, respect, and justice? Imagine building something from the ground up with your own sweat, only to be told you don't belong. That's exactly what happened when a black CEO, the very man who founded a thriving bank, was kicked out of the very institution he created. But what no one saw coming was the twist that would flip the entire story upside down, because moments later, he would reclaim his power in a way that left everyone stunned. The day started like any other for Marcus, a self-made businessman who poured years into building a financial empire meant to serve communities overlooked by traditional banks. He wasn't just a CEO, he was a visionary leader who created opportunities where none existed. But on this particular morning, as he walked through the lobby of his bank, something felt off. Security guards stood taller, their eyes avoiding his. He didn't expect that his very presence would be challenged. As Marcus headed toward the elevators, a stern-looking board member stopped him cold. With a voice that echoed through the marble lobby, the man declared Marcus no longer had authority in the building. Papers were signed, decisions made, behind his back. He was escorted out of the very place his signature was engraved on the founding documents. The humiliation was heavy, but Marcus didn't raise his voice. Instead, he walked out with quiet dignity, hiding the storm inside him. Outside, Marcus sat in his car, his heart pounding. Decades of sacrifice, long nights, and endless battles flashed before his eyes. He thought of his family, the employees who believed in him, and the countless people whose lives were better because of his bank. To be treated as an outsider in his own creation cut deeper than any loss. But while most people might have broken down, Marcus was different. The fire inside him only grew stronger. He made a call. Within minutes, his closest allies gathered. Lawyers, investors, and loyal executives who owed their careers to Marcus stood by his side. What the board didn't realize was that Marcus had never given up majority control. They had schemed, but they hadn't truly understood the depth of his planning. With documents already prepared, Marcus set his counterstrike into motion, and suddenly, the balance of power began to shift. Back inside the headquarters, tension grew. The board celebrated too early, convinced they had finally pushed Marcus aside. But whispers spread as employees noticed something unusual: emails being recalled, meetings cancelled, and executives vanishing from the conference room. By the time Marcus returned, walking with unshakable confidence, the room fell silent. He wasn't a man seeking permission. He was there to take back what was his. In a dramatic twist, Marcus revealed legal documents proving he was still the majority owner and ultimate authority of the bank. The very people who tried to push him out were left speechless as their scheme unraveled in front of everyone. Security, once ordered to remove him, now stood at attention, awaiting his command. The power shift was immediate, undeniable, and unforgettable. Marcus had turned humiliation into triumph in a matter of hours. As the dust settled, Marcus didn't lash out with revenge. Instead, he stood before his employees and delivered a message of resilience and vision. He reminded them that this bank wasn't just about numbers, it was about trust, opportunity, and lifting up communities that needed a fair chance. His composure, even in the face of betrayal, earned him even greater respect. People saw not just a CEO, but a leader who refused to be broken. In the end, Marcus didn't just reclaim his headquarters, he strengthened his legacy. What started as an attempt to strip him of power became the moment that defined his greatness. He proved that true leadership isn't about titles or boardroom votes, it's about standing tall when the world tries to push you down. And for everyone watching, his story became more than a business drama. It became a lesson: never underestimate the strength of someone who refuses to be erased from their own creation.